This is your top 10 video on this Friday, March 1st, 2019. And we're going to go over the top 10 greatest WWE superstars of all time. Now, this is on my opinion. I know many people have their opinions, but I want you guys to sound off down below. What is your top 10 greatest WWE superstars of all time? Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel. I'm, of course, Chris. If you guys are enjoying these top 10 Fridays, I want you guys to smash that like button as hard as you possibly can. Make sure to comment down below what is your top 10 greatest superstars of all time. If you guys are loving the channel, enjoying the content, you guys like what you see on the channel, hit that subscribe button down below, ring those bells for all notifications. I upload daily. I mean, come on. I mean, who's more of a hard worker when it comes to small YouTubers than me? Who? Nobody. Good. Anyways, let's go over the content that I got for you guys this week. Throwback Thursday. I uploaded this yesterday at 2 o'clock p.m. We go over Throwback Thursday with the No Way Out 2006 pay-per-view. Link to this video will be in the upper right hand corner of your screen in the annotation. I go over how Kurt Angle versus The Undertaker at No Way Out 2006 was one of the most underrated main events of all time. Link to this video will be on the upper hand corner of your screen in the annotation. Also, NXT. I do NXT reviews every single Wednesday night. Gargano agrees to team up with the champ, the beast himself, Tommaso Ciampa, the NXT champion. Those two will be competing in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. The video will be on the upper hand corner of your screen in the annotation. Also, SmackDown Live review. I did a double upload this past Tuesday. Double upload. Kevin Owens returns and replaces Kofi Kingston for Fastlane. Then all of a sudden, everybody in the wrestling community was freaking out that Kofi got replaced. Will he get a championship match? We will go over that on episode 9 of the Reality Podcast tomorrow on Saturday. So be sure to check that out. SmackDown reviews are live on the channel. Also will be in the annotation on the upper right hand corner. Also, Call of Duty. Yes, I do Call of Duty as well, guys. Call of Duty gameplay. I did a gun review on the KN-57, one of the best guns in the game if you know how to use it right, with the right setup. The sweat is 100% real, guys. Go ahead and check that out, guys. Also, Monday Night Raw review. The return of Roman Reigns. Joe NOI is now cancer-free. Roman Reigns is now in remission. Go ahead, guys, and check out all of this content right here on the channel. Follow me on social media. Twitter, Chris from Loring. Instagram, your boy Chris _WFB. And Snapchat. Yes, I'm on Snapchat. You guys will see me on Snapchat tomorrow. Partying my ass off tonight. Oh, boy. Snapchat, Chris Most Hated. And if you're new to the channel and you guys like what you guys see on the channel with, you know, show reviews, wrestling, podcasts, Call of Duty gameplay, hit that subscribe button down below. Ring those bells for all notifications. Not some, all notifications on when I upload, which I upload every single day. Thank you guys so much for, and also thank you guys so much for hitting 40 subscribers here on the channel. I just hit 40 subscribers here. I'm on the road to 100. So if you guys want to support the channel, hit that subscribe button, ring those bells for all notifications. Let's go over this top 10 list, man. Let's go over this top 10 list. Now, number 10 is not everybody's favorite. It's one of my favorites of all time, low-key. But the Hitman Hart is number 10 on my top 10 list. The thing about Bret Hart that caught my attention was the fact that, you know, he was a submission specialist. You know, the sharpshooter is one of my favorite submission holds of all time. When it comes to Bret the Hitman Hart, you think of the execution, the excellence of execution. Haven't said that in a while. Bret the Hitman Hart, in my opinion, he is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. You know, when it comes to Bret the Hitman Hart, man, my favorite match out of Bret Hart was against The Undertaker. Also against Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 12. But my favorite match out of Bret the Hitman Hart was against The Undertaker at SummerSlam 1997 for the World Wrestling Federation Championship. Now, Shawn Michaels was a special guest referee, and you guys knew how Bret and Shawn just couldn't stand each other. Bret is still pissed off over the fact that he lost to Shawn at WrestleMania 12. Still is pissed over it. And then Bret and Shawn ended up having that Montreal screw job at 97 Survivor Series in Montreal. But that match against The Undertaker at SummerSlam 97 was one of the most greatest matches in the history of SummerSlam. Not only that, but it had the greatest ending to a World Championship match ever. I advise you guys to go watch that. I love Bret the Hitman Hart. Another thing I loved about Bret was the Hart Foundation with Bret, Owen, British Bulldog, Brian Pillman, and Jim Neidhart. One of my favorite factions of all time, man. So Bret Hart, my number 10. Coming in number 9, Pipe Bomb, CM Punk. You know, Punk has one of my favorite theme songs of all time, the Cult of Personality. Love that theme song. Oh, man. When it comes to CM Punk, man, his microphone skills, just off the charts. Off the charts. Very underrated in the ring, by the way. Very underrated in the ring. I can say that right now. His best match, well, his best 2 matches, I would love to say, was against John Cena at Money in the Bank 2011, against The Undertaker back at WrestleMania 29. One of my favorite WrestleMania matches of all time was against The Undertaker. And, like it or not, this was CM Punk's greatest WrestleMania match in his entire career. And was against The Undertaker. My favorite moment of CM Punk was the pipe bomb incident. This company is better off when Vince McMahon is dead. Had to take a line out of that promo. Fantastic stuff. They told Punk, just grab a microphone and just say whatever you want to say. And he did what he did. And that's how he got so popular after Money in the Bank. CM Punk, my number 9 of my top 10 list. Number 8 is a 16-time world champion. One of the greatest world champions of all time. I know, fucking cringe. John Cena, coming in at number 8. Cena was not that good in the ring, low-key, but his personality, I love this personality, you know. And the fact that, you know, he dated fucking Nikki Bella was just a lucky man. But, you know, we're not here to talk about dates. We're here about John Cena's accolades. 16-time world champion, 2-time Royal Rumble winner. My favorite match out of John Cena was against CM Punk at Money in the Bank 2011. One of my favorite matches of all time. If you guys haven't watched that match, so go ahead and watch it. Fantastic match. Great match. Cena, man, when it comes to memories, man, I just love the Spinner Championship belts that Cena did. He did it with the U.S. title and he did it with the WWE Championship. One of my favorite championship belts of all time. The Spinner Championship. One of my favorites ever. But Cena, man, I know he's going down the end of his career. It's only a matter of time before Cena wins the 17th. But if Cena wins the 17th, is he better than Ric Flair? I don't know. It's a hard conversation there. Hard conversation. But John Cena comes in at number 8. Coming in at number 7, man. He was good in the ring, but not that great. What got him popular was, you know, the fact that, you know, he was over with the crowd. Poontang Pie. That's all I'm going to say there. Coming in at number 7, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Is it Rock or is it Dwayne? I think you guys know where I got that from. Is it Rock or is it Dwayne? Love that line out of John Cena, man. Love that line. Coming in at number 7 is The Rock, man. He electrified everybody. He sold out arenas. Number 1 box set when it comes to movies, man. I just love The Rock's movies all of a sudden. I just love his movies. Hobbs in the Fast and Furious trilogy. Good shit. And then the Scorpion King. Remember when you watched the fucking, I think it was The Mummy Returns, I think it was The Mummy Returns. And The Rock showed up as the Scorpion King. Bro, one of my favorite scenes ever was when that tomb opened and then the Scorpion was just right there just chilling. Oh boy. Creepy shit. My God, I just loved it. But when it comes to Rock and wrestling, bro. My favorite storylines. Well, not storylines. One of my favorite rivalries was against Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H. Just great shit. I remember Rock having that great WrestleMania 15 match against Austin, then 17, then 19. Out of 15, 17, and 19, in Pacific order, I have to put 17 first, then 15, then 19. And I love Hollywood Rock, you know, with the leather vest, the leather pants, you know, with the sunglasses and the tattoo. It was a great look for him. Hollywood Rock is my favorite gimmick of The Rock's entire career. So I just love The Rock, man. One of my special favorite moments was "This Is Your Life," and I remember this specific line when I don't know who it was. I think it was his gym teacher or his girlfriend, and I think he was talking to Mankind, and Mankind asked him, "Isn't it your birthday May 1st?" No, The Rock said, "No, Mankind, my birthday's May 2nd, you stupid son of a bitch." That shit just made me laugh. I'm telling you, Rock in the Attitude Era, man, very popular, very popular. Rock comes in at number 7. Coming in at number 6, bro. He's a Hall of Famer. Rock is a future Hall of Famer. Cena's a future Hall of Famer. Punk has got to be in the Hall of Fame. That's all I'm going to say. Bret, we all know Bret's in the Hall of Fame. I would want Punk, Cena, and Rock in the Hall of Fame one day. But number 6 is a Hall of Famer. Got inducted in 2012. One of my personal favorite superstars of all time. Adam Copeland. Edge, as you guys know of Edge. He made his debut in 1998. Wasn't all that popular until, 2004. When he came back from his neck injury. Then 2005 he won the first Money in the Bank. And then from there, his career skyrocketed and never fell down. Edge won the first ever Money in the Bank in 2005 at WrestleMania 21. Cashed in Money in the Bank on John Cena, which started their rivalry. One of the greatest rivalries in Edge's career. As a matter of fact, the greatest rivalry in Edge's career was against John Cena back in 2006. Great stuff. I remember when Cena tossed Edge in the freaking Long Island Sound. I remember Edge slapping Cena's father. The live sex celebration. The TLC match between Cena and Edge. My God. The rivalry was just fantastic. Another great rivalry that Edge had was against The Undertaker. Same thing. Edge cashed in Money in the Bank on Taker, which started their rivalry going into 2008. And the Hell in a Cell match at SummerSlam 08 was a great match. Great match. It was literally a TLC match inside a cell. Great shit. Great shit. Edge, man, he won, I believe, 11 world titles between 2006 and 2011. That's a 5-year span. He won 11 world titles in a 5-year span. That's crazy. That's crazy. But Edge comes in at number 6. Coming in at number 5, bro. He is the greatest in-ring performer, in my opinion, of all time. Mr. WrestleMania himself, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. I started watching Shawn after WrestleMania 12. Started watching. As I saw Shawn's match against Bret at WrestleMania 12 in that Iron Man match. Fantastic match. Fantastic match. But Shawn, man, he was just that type of guy that's going to leave it in the ring. No matter who it was. Whether it's a small opponent, a big opponent, a much larger opponent. You know Shawn. Shawn is, the best. One of the greatest of all time. Shawn's greatest rivalry was against Triple H. And Bret the Hitman Hart, of course. But I remember the specific match between Triple H and Shawn Michaels at SummerSlam 2002. In that unsanctioned match, Jesus Christ. You can't book a perfect match like that between Shawn and Triple H. Just perfect. Just absolutely perfect. Shawn was coming back from injury after 4 years with that back injury. We all thought that Shawn's career was going to end. Think about this. Shawn wrestled his last match on the 20th century after WrestleMania 14 in Boston. Never wrestled for the rest of 98, 99. We went into the new century, the new millennium in 2000, 2001, even though he made a few TV appearances here and there. 2002, Shawn was going to come back. Remember that skit that Shawn did with the fucking NWO? Forgettable. It was just horrible. Horrible. Remember when Shawn had fucking NWO with, you know, him, Booker T, Big Show, X-Pac? It was just corny. Just corny. Just corny. But Shawn, it didn't work. It never even worked. And then we're also with Kevin Nash. And then Kevin Nash torn his quadricep muscle during the match. They had to squash the NWO gimmick. They had to squash it. They had to squash it. So Shawn comes back and stuff. And then Triple H, they played the fact that Triple H was the guy who attacked Shawn Michaels on the parking lot. And that's when Triple H turned heel. That's when they led their match at SummerSlam. And then Survivor Series in the first Elimination Chamber. Then Armageddon. And then they ended the rivalry in 2004. In the longest Hell in a Cell match of all time. Which was a bad blood between Triple H and Shawn. They went 47 minutes and 26 seconds during that match. Crazy. And then Shawn obviously had the match against The Undertaker at 25, which was the greatest WrestleMania match of all time. Then 26, where Shawn ended his career. Where Shawn ended his career against The Undertaker. So there you go. Shawn comes in at number 5. Yeah, we are in the top 5 now. Number 4. Number 4, folks. The Cerebral Assassin. All I'm going to say is NXT. Triple H comes in at number 4. What can I say about Triple H? 14-time world champion, 2-time Rumble winner, one of the greatest of all time. If I was to make a Mount Rushmore when it came to the Attitude Era, I would have Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, and The Undertaker. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. Or, if anything, you could take out The Rock and put in Shawn Michaels. So I'll put Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, and The Undertaker. Because without Shawn and Triple H, there's no DX. If you want to include China and Ravishing Rick Rude, which was their insurance policy. If it wasn't for Stone Cold getting popular all of a sudden after 1997, the Attitude Era would not be the way it was. And The Undertaker, if it wasn't for Taker leaving Vince, going back to WCW, there wouldn't be no World Wrestling Federation. So that you gotta think about. But Triple H coming in at number 4, man. His promo work was just unbelievable. Promo work was just amazing on Triple H's part. He's been in a lot of memorable moments. DX invading WCW. You know, Triple H and Stephanie in that wedding and shit in 99. There's a lot of moments that couldn't come to Triple H, man. A lot of moments. DX, the 2006 reunion of DX. Triple H fighting in 3 World Wrestling Entertainment Championship matches in one night in 2007 against Randy Orton and Umaga. Lot of shit, man. A lot of shit. But when it came to Triple H's rivalry, it was against Stone Cold. And I remember when Austin got hit and they were planning for almost a year. They were just playing the fact that, oh, it could have been Triple H. Triple H had to have somebody else. Turns out it was Rikishi. And that was one of my favorite storylines ever. When Austin got hit at 99 Survivor Series, when he got in that hit and run incident, you could see the Rikishi's hair in that. You can see it. I saw it personally. I'm like, what the hell? Who's in the company that has, blonde hair? So then, Rikishi ended up doing it, and then people thought, oh, Rikishi couldn't do this by himself. So we had to go back and found out it was Triple H who set it up. I mean, obviously, Austin was chasing Triple H into the parking lot. Triple H ran into the parking lot, and that's when Austin got hit. One of my favorite rivalries against Stone Cold, The Rock, and Mick Foley. Mick Foley, man. Underrated storyline there between Mick Foley and Triple H. Very underrated. Very underrated. But Triple H comes in at number 4. Coming in at number 3. We're at number 3 right now. Coming in at number 3 is the beer swilling, finger gesturing son of a gun. Austin 316 said, I just whipped your ass. Coming in at number 3 is the Texas Rattlesnake himself, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, without Stone Cold Steve Austin, there wouldn't even be an Attitude Era if it wasn't for Stone Cold. If it wasn't for Stone Cold, wrestling back then wouldn't be cool. It wouldn't. I would love just one day, just sit back, with an ice cold alcoholic beverage on my fucking right hand. And I can just hit the shit out of my balls and get away with it. That's how Stone Cold is. Stone Cold would just come into the ring, kick Vince's ass, and walk out as if nothing even happened. Just love Austin, bro. Austin's one of my favorites of all time, dude. One of my all-time favorites. Memorable moments out of Stone Cold, man, the beer truck. Remember the beer bath 6 days before WrestleMania 15? It was Shane, Rock, and Vince in the ring. Austin was driving in a fucking big-ass truck. My God. How Austin would just raise hell everywhere he went. Just crazy stuff. Obviously, Austin's career was cut short. In 2003, his career was cut short due to spinal stenosis. But, Austin's one of those guys, that you want to have in the foxhole. And Austin's also one of those guys that you want to build your Mount Rushmore. I'll put Shawn, Austin, Triple H, and The Undertaker. I said it before. Without Shawn and Triple H, there's no DX. Without Stone Cold, his popularity would have never skyrocketed the Attitude Era. And if it wasn't for The Undertaker leaving Vince to go back to WCW, there would be no World Wrestling Entertainment right now to this day. Wouldn't be. Austin's greatest rivalries, I gotta say, against Triple H, Rock. Yeah, you could sprinkle Undertaker in there. You could sprinkle Taker in there. And Bret the Hitman Hart. How can I forget Austin and Bret, WrestleMania 13? One of my favorite matches of all time. Man, that was the day, the double turn happened. Coming into that match, Austin was the babyface. No, Austin was the heel. Bret was the babyface. And then when the match ended, Bret turned heel and Austin turned babyface. Austin, I loved Austin as a babyface, but he works a lot better as a heel. Works a lot better. Stone Cold coming in at number 3. Top 2. Coming in number 2. We just saw him on Monday Night Raw this past Monday night. The kiss-stealing, wheeling-dealing son of a gun. The limousine-riding, jet-flying, kiss-stealing, wheeling-dealing son of a bun. Son of a bun. Son of a gun. I'm going to apologize. My God. I am exhausted. Jesus Christ. Coming in at number 2 is the Nature Boy, the legendary Ric Flair. As you guys know, Ric Flair is a 16-time world champion. Member of the Four Horsemen. One of my favorite factions of all time. And, even though Flair was never part of the World Wrestling Federation back then, he did finish his career in the WWE. Finished his career there. He was a NWA World Champion, WCW Champion, World Wrestling Federation Champion. He was a world champion in everybody's hearts, including mine. One of my favorite matches was Ric Flair versus Shawn Michaels back at WrestleMania 24. And I was heartbroken the fact that Ric Flair retired. I'm like, yeah, Flair got in the Hall of Fame in 2008. It was only a matter of time before he had his last match. And obviously, it gave it away. Flair going into the Hall of Fame the night before his last match was just crazy. And then Ric Flair ended up retiring. He lost his shot at WrestleMania 24, and then the next night on Raw, they had that big celebration. You know, they brought in the Four Horsemen, they brought in John Cena, everybody else. One of my favorite superstars of all time, Ric Flair. If it wasn't for Ric Flair at the 1991 Survivor Series, The Undertaker would have never won the World Wrestling Federation Championship. So Ric Flair, in my heart, comes in at number 2, which bleeds in to number 1. There's no question who my number 1 is. No fucking question who's my number 1 of all time. The number 1 guy in my top 10 greatest superstars of all time list is The Undertaker. I'm being completely honest with you. If Undertaker never showed up in the World Wrestling Federation back in 1990 at Survivor Series, I would not be watching wrestling right now. I wouldn't. Yes, I did see Taker at 96 at WrestleMania 12 against Big Daddy Cool Diesel. But something about The Undertaker just caught my eye. His character caught my eye. The way that he presents himself caught my eye. And you know, yeah, Taker, in my opinion, is the greatest in-ring performer in WrestleMania history, but he's the greatest superstar of all time. He's the greatest creation. Undertaker is Vince's greatest creation outside of WrestleMania. His second greatest creation outside of WrestleMania. And in my honest opinion, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. There's something about 21-0 at WrestleMania being better than 16 world titles. I don't care who you are. I don't give a fuck who you are. You could be watching me for the first time, or you could be watching me for a long time. Taker is the greatest of all time. And many people just don't appreciate Undertaker and his greatness. The fact that he's giving you almost 30 years of his body to all of us. And people want to say, oh, Taker's old. You know, when is Taker going to finally retire? What, are you kidding me? This is the guy that tossed Mick Foley out of having a cell for crying out loud. My God. Taker's greatest rivalry was against Mick Foley. My God. Shawn Michaels also, and Brock Lesnar. Which I don't want to talk about when it comes to Taker and Brock Lesnar. I don't want to talk about that. But nonetheless, Taker's the greatest superstar of all time. And if you guys do not agree with my top 10, that's fine. I want you guys to comment down below what is your top 10 greatest superstars of all time. That is it, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the video. If you guys enjoyed this top 10 video, I want you to hit that thumbs up, hit that like button as hard as you possibly can. Comment down below, guys, what is your top 10 greatest superstars of all time. The comment section will forever be yours. If you guys are new to the channel, you guys are loving the content that I've been giving you guys, hit that subscribe button down below, ring those bells for not some notifications, for all notifications on when I upload. Make sure, guys, you guys check out the content that I uploaded for you guys this week. Raw review, Call of Duty, SmackDown, NXT review, and Throwback Thursday. Also, guys, if you guys haven't noticed, follow me on social media, man. Twitter, Chris from Loring. Instagram, your boy Chris_WFB. And Snapchat, I'll be on Snapchat later on tonight, which I'll be at a party later on tonight. Chris Most Hated. And if you guys are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below, ring those bells for all notifications. I will see you guys tomorrow, Saturday, for episode number 9 of the Reality Podcast right here on YouTube. Your number 1 podcast right here on YouTube. Until then, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for 40 subscribers. We are on the road to 100 subscribers right here on the channel. Until then, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow for episode 9 of the Reality Podcast right here on YouTube. Talk to you guys later.